Okay, so I think it was Thursday night we were filing jigs. It is Sunday night. Friday to tonight was a big cluster. So Thursday night, my plan was, this is my schedule from now until, and I'm gonna trade some things out. I was doing one more thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna scratch one of these colors, either cherry seed or fire, and swap it out and do a different. What was I gonna do now? I don't remember. There's another color. I'll remember. But this is my schedule. So you can see January 8th, cast, Neds, and ball jigs, right? January 9th, build fluid bed. So that was, it's the 12th, so that was Thursday. And I got all the stuff, and I brought it here, and I was set up to do that. And then I had this moment of, oh yeah, my miter saw needs a bolt replaced on it. It's not in functioning order. Okay. I have a hacksaw and I've got to pack of new blades. I'll try that. Couldn't get them to, the blade would travel. Couldn't get it to not travel. It's like, okay, I've got a circular saw that has a large enough blade to cut this 2-inch pipe. We'll try that. A little bit better, but not improved. And enough. Okay. Well, I messaged one of my brothers. They had a miter saw I could borrow Friday. It's like, perfect. Friday morning, 8:30. I'm gonna pick it up and I want to build this fluid bed. So I ended up filing jigs Thursday night. Friday morning, got the miter saw, brought it here. I need to return that this week. Cut my pipe. Had a few hiccups, mostly me being in a hurry. Followed the plan that SDG Custom Lurecraft has for building a fluid bed, and I will have that video linked below. Did not work. Not his fault, my fault. I was having all sorts of trouble. Where's my one trouble I had was I think one of the problems I had is I didn't have this sealed up well enough, so I was leaking a little bit of air. Another problem I had was my air pump. So I went to Amazon, got the Amazon special. I don't know anything about this brand. I'm going to show you the pump. I don't know. I don't like to call stuff out. This pump right here, I don't know if it's because of the manifold or because after the manifold I was teeing off, I was not getting consistent air into each cup. So I'm sending this back. I feel like at the very least I may have gotten a limit, that it would not consistently keep air pressure. So in order to coat jigs, I bypassed the manifold. I was like, well, you know, I don't need 4 cups. I didn't build my fluid bed to have 4 cups on it, which is what, SDG's original fluid bed was, I believe. I followed his 8-cup video and just downsized it. I just need to float 2 cups. I need to be able to do an undercoat and a top coat. That's it. When I'm doing like chins and stuff, I'll just dip it in get a little pan of the powder for like bleeding shads, do a white head, dip it twice or whatever, and then get that chin. So today, after church, went to PetSmart, picked up this pump. Now, the main difference between this pump and that pump is this pump is supposed to push 25 gallons less worth of air. Like that's supposed to do up to a 100-gallon tank. It says on it, airflow 110 gallons per hour for the 4 watt. This is the 3 watt. I thought I had bought the biggest one, but maybe I didn't. No, single air outlet. 56 gallons GPH, okay? On the Amazon listing, it says for a 100-gallon tank. And now here, I'm paying attention to the box now. We're doing this in real time together, paying attention to the box, and it says for 30 to 50-gallon tanks for the 3 watt. I'm gonna have to go back and see which one I actually ordered. I actually think it is because that's a single air outlet. So this is for up to a 75-gallon tank, this one right here. But one of the reasons, excuse me, throat's dry. one of the reasons I picked this one, so I thought, well, I don't want to do any tees, I don't want to do the manifold, and I only need to float dose cups. What's going to be the best option for me? A dual outlet. This pushes the same amount of air pressure through both of those dual outlets at the same time. So there's one cup is not pulling more air than the other cup, which gives me incredible flexibility, because I have 2 cups right now floating really well, beautifully. And I'm gonna take the camera down and I'm gonna show you what I did, and then when I get it more concrete, I will do a fluid bed video. When I have got more experience with it, 6 months or so, I don't know when I've really got it dialed in and I've got a more permanent structure for it, because right now it's gonna be kind of a pain to take it apart, all that kind of stuff. But let's take a look at it. Here is the top fin Air 4000 adjustable air pump with dual outlets. We have our dual outlets. We have got 1/4 inch vinyl tubing down to shark bite valves, right? And then more to our cups, to our 2 cups. So like, I built this to hold the manifold and to have the valves in between. I'm gonna change all that. I'm gonna cut new bases. I'm gonna streamline it, make it a little bit smaller, make it easier to store. But we have our black floating, looks great. And we have our, this is called Bluegrass. This is a Nova Stone, it's a shift paint floating. We've got a little bit of a volcano there. I could actually probably pull the air pressure down, but it's floating super well. So that's working great. I'm getting ready to actually coat a handful of black bladed jig heads, and then turn around and coat a bunch of June bug bladed head jigs, bladed jig heads, and the June bug is going to go in the black, and then the bluegrass. It looks very nice. I'm super excited about those. Those are available now, probably. I got to get a little faster on my release schedule to catch up to the videos and baits are being released at the same time. But so it was a big headache. I don't honestly know right now, thinking about it, what the footage from like Friday through Saturday looks like. But I'm gonna put this video together. I'm gonna go ahead and change the angle on this so you guys can see. I'm gonna coat these and then get them hung up. And I know I said it yesterday, but I don't know if that clip is gonna make it into this, so I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna list 3 videos in the description below, 3 or 4. Remember while I'm talking through them. From SDG Custom Lurecraft. From what I have watched, SDG is the king of jig coating. Beautiful jigs, just absolutely beautiful jigs. If you're not subscribed and watching his stuff and you enjoy bait making, you should be subscribed and watching SDG Custom Lurecraft. So, I'm going to link you the manifold, the fluid bed video, because if you want a 4-cup setup or an 8-cup setup, he has a wonderful fluid bed video. And my guess is my main issue that I had with the fluid bed is that this pump I bought could not push enough air to sustain the manifold and to the cups, and that's on me. I did not read the description well enough, apparently. The second issue I had is I think I had probably some leaks, and so if I ever go to do a larger fluid bed setup, I will probably make sure that I PVC glue all of my connections versus silicone or anything like that. Anyways, so fluid bed video. Second, jig clamp video. He has a video on how to make these very handy jig clamps for baking your jigs. Third, a video about this right here, shrink tube on your eyelets. And I know that looks huge, it just makes it easier for me to pull it off of the eyelet, but shrink tube, he has a video on that hack. So that video, and fourth, so he has 4 videos, he has a comprehensive jig coating guide. I am by no means a master jig coater. I'm really good with thermoplastics. I've been doing thermoplastics for over a year, probably 18 months that I've coated jigs with thermoplastics, and those turn out great. I love those, but the epoxy paints I'm new to, fairly new to. So I'm gonna link those 4 below in the description. Make sure you watch those. You can drop a comment on them, say, hey, you know, Dadfish Tackle sent me over here. They were raving about your stuff. Beautiful, beautiful jigs. Really inspired me to take our jigs and go, okay, our swim jigs don't need to be in thermoplastic. The thermoplastic is super durable and it's great for those bottom baits where you're banging against rocks and you're, you know, flipping football heads and banging them against shorelines and bridges and whatever. But your swim jigs and your bladed jigs that you're ripping through grass and stuff don't need that durable paint coat, which means we can do much cooler stuff with the paint, which is what we're doing. So I'm going to get going, coat these for you all to watch, and then that'll be this video. I'll touch base with you guys there at the end after we coat some jigs, but I am looking forward to, by the end of tonight, we're gonna see it's 10:30 already. We're gonna see, I'm hoping to be done with jig coating until the fishing expo and move on to tomorrow running plastics, because this is where I should be tonight doing black and red fish sticks, and yesterday I should have done 3 batches of fish sticks because I should have been done coating jigs on Friday, but it's okay. I forgot that the 20th here I actually have off because it's a holiday, so I will be able to work in a little bit extra stuff there, probably cut out one of these, and then I'm gonna flip colors on one of these. Or I might take, like, I might cut fire out here and spend both of those days doing cups and shrimp and cubes. I don't know. Cubes, yeah, dice bait. I mean, these will have been released by now, but we are doing dice baits. So you can catch those monster bass that these baits, for some reason, catch. There's science behind it. Go look into it. All right, let's get to coating some jigs. Okay, so it's a pretty simple process. Got these locking calipers. Another shout out to SDG on his jig dipping instructions, because you can just, I got a set of these, a pair of straight ones and a pair of curved ones on Amazon for like $12. And it's simple. You just like that, hit it in front of the heat gun for whatever appropriate amount of time depending on the jig and the size of the jig. Then for the first round here, I'm going to dip them in the black, dip, probably tap them. I'll probably do 2 coats, make sure we get a good coverage. Then I'm going to take my multi-tool pliers here, pull off the shrink tube right here. Then I'm going to take the hook like this, release my calipers, and then there's magnet strips here behind the camera. Hang it upside down on the magnet strip. That's it. Rinse, repeat, and then once that's done, I'll show you all then too, but I'll take one of these jig clamps, and I'm just gonna take all those now cooled off coated hooks, secure them in the jig clamps like that, throw them in the toaster, and bake them. So that's the process. I'm gonna mask up and start dipping jigs. So bladed jigs coated, ready to go. They're in the toaster now. Yeah, the black ones are in the back. That green head in the front. Bake, start. I usually, at least the first batch, I start in a cold oven, let it preheat, and I cook those with the Nova Stone and the epoxy paints for 18 minutes at 350. So it's got an automatic timer for 30 minutes on it. I just wait for it to hit 12 minutes and pull them out. I am going to clean up a little bit, pull these two off of the fluid bed, and then I've got I've got football heads that need thermoplastic coating. What I'm gonna do is clean up these ball jigs so that we can coat them with Nova Stone or epoxies, because they're gonna look very good. I'm gonna get those cleaned up, and I've got some Neds here that need to be cleaned up, and then we will get to coating some more jigs. Okay, jigs just came out of the oven. Okay. Look at those. Take a look at all of those. We will be, so those will cool off. It will go inside later. Brandy will glue eyes on them and tie skirts. I will take them back and I will attach the blades, and we will have some bladed jigs. I took a prototype out a couple weeks ago. Oh my goodness, the action. I'm so pleased with it. I'm so excited to have those now. But yeah, I think we're gonna call this one there. I have more jigs to do, but I mean, I have a few hundred more jigs to do. I'm gonna sit and clean up more of those ball heads, and then I have some number 1/0 size Neds to clean up, and then my schedule's getting postponed a little bit more because it's already 12, so I'm not gonna have time to coat these few hundred jigs. I'm going to clean these up tonight, and then tomorrow I will coat the football heads that I have ready to coat, the ball heads and the Neds. And I don't know, I might make that a separate video because we're gonna do some fun stuff with the colors on the ball heads. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a comment and a like. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will catch you all next time.